Good evening, y'all. My name is Mr. Charles. And let me tell you something. Today was one of them days. Whew. And if you teach middle school, you already know what I mean. Not a little stressful, not slightly inconvenient. I'm talking about one of them days where you look at the ceiling like, Lord, I know you see what's happening in here. Because see, earlier in the day, I was feeling good. Lesson was flowing, students locked in, presentations were moving. I'm walking around the room like, okay, Mr. Charles, you might actually know what you're doing. Everything was clicking. The 8th period walked in, and 8th period said, nah, not today. We were doing group presentations. 3 groups had already gone. We only had 2 left. I'm thinking, bet, we about to finish strong. Then all of a sudden, the big screen stopped syncing. No warning light, no dramatic sound effect, no polite little message. It just quit. So now I'm standing there trying to stay calm because, you know, teachers can't panic in public. We got to suffer professionally. I switched the input, nothing. I tried to log in, password fails. I try again, fails again. Now I'm sweating like I owe somebody money. Finally, on the 3rd try, it works. I'm back in the game. The students start presenting again, and then boom, one of them accidentally locks the screen. Now the technology and the classroom have joined forces against me. I tried to unlock it, nothing. I unplug it, still nothing. That screen looked me dead in my face and said, sir, respectfully, I'm done. And then the group says, Mr. Charles, can we just present tomorrow? Meanwhile, behind them, the rest of the class is falling apart like somebody kicked over a Jenga tower. And right there in that moment, I had a choice. I could let technology win. I could let chaos win. I could let frustration make the decision for me. But something in me said, no, not today. Because failure is not the enemy. Quitting is. So I took one of them teacher breaths. You know the one. That long exhale that really mean, Lord, please help me before I say something that turned into a meeting with admin. Then I looked at my students and said, no, we not stopping. You're presenting. We finish what we start in this room. And they did. Was it perfect? Nope. Was it smooth? Absolutely not. But was it powerful? Yes, it was. Because sometimes victory don't look like applause. Sometimes victory look like staying in the room when everything in you wants to walk away. Sometimes victory looks like finishing the lesson with no screen, no rhythm, no peace, and half your patience missing. Sometimes victory is just refusing to quit. And that's the part our students need to see. Because they don't just learn from content. They learn from our response. They watch how we move when the plan breaks. They watch how we talk when we're frustrated. They watch whether we fold under pressure or find another way forward. And today they saw a teacher fail forward. Now, I'm not saying this from theory. I'm saying this from lived experience. I'm a black man teaching 7th grade social studies in America. I'm an immigrant kid from Haiti who had to learn the language, learn the system, and learn how to survive in spaces that were not always built with me in mind. I know what it feels like to be underestimated. I know what it feels like to walk into rooms where people already decided who you were before you open your mouth. I know what it feels like to fail, regroup, and keep moving anyway. So when I tell my students not to quit, I'm not giving them a cute classroom slogan. I'm giving them my testimony. Because I've had lessons fall apart. I've had technology embarrass me in front of children who already think they know everything. I've had students test my patience like it was a state assessment. I've had days where I walk back to my desk thinking, maybe I'm not built for this. But then I remember, I didn't come this far to fold in front of a frozen screen. I didn't survive everything I survived just to let one bad class period convince me I'm not called to do this work. And teacher, the word is for you too, because maybe today didn't go the way you planned. Maybe the lesson flopped. Maybe the students were loud. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe the activity you thought was going to be amazing turned into an educational chaos with worksheet. Maybe you left school thinking, I failed today. Listen to me. Failing in the class does not mean you a bad teacher. It means you human. But quitting on yourself, quitting on your students, quitting on the work because one day got ugly, that's the real danger. Because some of your messiest days will become your strongest stories. The students may not remember every slide on your PowerPoint. They may not remember every standard you covered. They may not remember the exact directions you gave. But they will remember how you stood there when everything fell apart. They will remember the day the screen froze, the class got loud, the presentation got messy, and Mr. Charles still said, yo, we finished what we started in this room. That kind of moment travels with the child. That kind of moment teaches more than a worksheet ever could. That kind of moment says, when life glitches, you don't disappear, you adjust. And that's what we are really teaching. Yeah, I teach history. Yeah, I teach reading. Yeah, we teach writing, math, science, procedures, expectations, and all the other things packed into these school days. But underneath all that, we are teaching students how to become people. People who can push through struggle. People who can stand back. People who can finish what they started. Frederick Douglass said, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. And let me tell you something. 8th period gave me plenty of struggle, but because we didn't quit, it became progress. That's the shift. That's the lesson. That's the rhythm of this work. We fail. We breathe. We adjust. We keep going. We fail again. We learn. We come back stronger. That is teaching, not perfection, persistence. So the next time the tech fails, keep going. The next time the class gets loud, keep going. The next time the lesson falls flat, keep going. The next time you feel like you lost the room, take a breath, reset your feet, and keep going. Ever had one of those days where the lesson was rolling, the students were engaged, and then technology decided to humble you in front of the whole class? In this video, I'll share a real classroom story about a presentation gone sideways, a frozen screen, and a lesson every educator needs to hear. Failure is not the enemy. Quitting is. Whether you're a new teacher finding your footing or a veteran educator trying to make it to Friday, this message is a reminder that our students learn just as much from how we respond to adversity as they do from the content we teach. Comment below. What was a classroom moment that completely fell apart? And what did you learn from it? If this video encouraged you, hit like, turn on the notifications so you never miss a new video, subscribe for weekly teacher motivation, classroom management strategies, comedy, real talk reflections, and a professional growth content. Represent the culture, keep it real. Check out the Ben Marketplace for teacher, lifestyle, streetwear, mugs, hats, apparel designed for educators who refuse to lose themselves in the process. Also, if you need classroom management and professional development resources, visit the Ben blog for free downloads, practical strategies, real-world teacher advice, and tools to help you build effective classrooms while keeping your authenticity. Peace.